This endgame study is very interesting, I think. White is a pawn up, and we need to promote one of our pawns to win this. And our opponent's knight is pretty fenced in down here, so it looks good. But if we are playing the most obvious moves, we will not win this. Then it will only be a draw. So, can you find out how White is winning this? Pause the video now and have a look, and I will show you afterwards. All right, here we go. So when I say we played the most obvious move, we don't win. Like King G3, trying to get this knight right away will not win this. Black will move his knight and he will sacrifice a pawn for this exchange. And we have now two pawns against the king, but we lose one right away. And we will not win this as Black's king gets the opposition like this. He covers everything, and we need to get our king in front of our pawn, which is not possible. So it will be something like this. This is a normal end game with a pawn, and it's not winning. So we need to do something else here. And the best move for white, the only move that's winning, is King G5. All right, now we're looking at black's side of this. Again, the most obvious move for black is not saving the draw. The most obvious move might be to just take this pawn and try to defend here with a pawn each and a piece each. This is fairly easy win for white. We take on f5. Now this knight is definitely fenced in by the bishop, and we will just use this pawn to become a queen. And normally now black is still in opposition, but we have a bishop that can have our extra tempo move whenever we need it. So we can do something like this. And let's go here. Or let's say move, it's better to go like this. But then we have the tempo move, which is in this case also a checkmate. So, all right, black cannot take on e7. Instead, he plays knight g4. So, from here, can you find out how we win this? Again, the most obvious move is not winning. We cannot take the knight. This will be the same situation as we looked at from the start, and it was a draw, as we knew. So we're gonna let black escape with his knight actually, and we're gonna take the pawn, which means now we can go out wherever he wants, and it's still a win. But first, look at the most obvious move again for black, which is losing right away. He thinks that he will sacrifice his knight on our e5. If we take back, we lose our pawn, and it's a loss. But if we have sacrifices there, we're not going to take it. Instead, we're going to play king e6. And you see, black's king is really stuck here, cannot go anywhere. Black can do one move wherever he wants to, but we are threatening to take a checkmate in two different places, and we're gonna end up in one of them. So this is losing. So after we take on f5, black has to do something else, and it really doesn't matter. Let's say make a chess here, make a check. We're gonna play king e6 anyway, and it's gonna be a checkmate next move. And taking the pawn now, of course, is not doing any good for black. We take the knight with it doesn't matter with the bishop or the king, and the bishop's gonna help us win. So from here, it's an easy win for white. I think I covered all lines here. I hope so. Don't forget to press a like on the video. That will help the algorithm to show my video more. I would really appreciate it. And of course, join me as a subscriber if you're not already. See you later, everybody. Bye bye.